Hopefully I'm not about to blow everybody's eardrums out. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Already starting off. Already starting off. With some scuff. Hello, everybody. Hope everybody's having a wonderful day so far. I think I've stopped, yeah, I think I've stopped blowing everybody's ear. I think I've have the, that number also isn't always the most accurate. There we go. I'm like, I like had to completely switch what computer I'm using between last stream and this stream, so things are a little bit goofy right now. But yeah, new game for stream time at least. And we'll jump right into it. I'm not going to do any New Game Plus stuff. We'll just jump right into it. I don't need that. Okay. Because yeah, I have played Crosscode before. It's been a little while though. I know you can hear me. Where is he? I don't stream on Twitch in parallel. My internet does not handle that right now. Where is he? Shizuka, I have to ask you to leave. So you're keeping him here? What do you think you're doing? Time is running short. We don't have a choice. So you abduct a dying person and let him work until his last breath? Is that it? I'm going to talk some sense into him. Don't get in my way. Shizuka, please don't do this. I forget, I had completely forgotten that the game started off with this section. Okay, I'm sorry, but I can't let you go any further. Really? Okay. Okay, there we go. Alright, I don't have 90% of my attacks yet. You'll have to do better than that. This game has some really fun music. Do let me know if either my voice is too loud or the game's too quiet. I was kind of trying to eyeball the audio levels before the stream. You know this is what he wants as well. Sure, you'd like to think that. You won't listen. Cold-based, how very creative. Alright, yeah, fire attack. Okay, come on. Weak to heat, how surprising. Yep, ice tends to not be the most resistant to fire. Almost there. If you interrupt him, all his hard work will be lost. Don't do this. So, it never should have happened in the first place. Alright. Even more combat. Okay, this is it. You don't know when to stop, do you? Just watch. And then, yep. Just explode everything with fire. That's a great way for the game to start off. You can throw as many enemies at me as you like. The level threshold doesn't exactly work in your favor. I need to figure out what voices I'm going to use for some of these characters. Because a little bit, because yeah, I don't know what voices I want to use for some of the characters in the game. Doesn't seem like he's in there. Yeah, I didn't even realize that was a dialogue option over here. Doesn't seem like he's in there. Awesome. Yeah, the first little bit of the game is basically just a mini tutorial anyways. Toshi, sister, what do you think you're doing? You're in no condition to do this kind of work now. All you should do is rest. Why should I rest when I'm way beyond recovery? I need to finish this work. It's my final task. I told you about the agreement. I finish this, and they will let you go. No, I don't want this. Satoshi, stop it. It is done. No! Shizuka, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry I got you involved in this. Just promise me that you will get away. Please. Yeah, I like how the game just immediately throws you into the middle of combat and with a character dying, basically. Crosscode is probably one of, if not, it is definitely one of my favorite games. Which is why I wanted to play it on stream. Alright, initializing avatar. There you are. Initialization successful. Oh, is the speech synchronization malfunctioning? Apparently. Well, something just had to go wrong. But you understand me, correct? Okay, we will make it work. Somehow. Been playing Space Warlord Organ Trading Simulator lately, but you can't beat the AI. Yeah, it needs to be tuned to human speed. You are probably confused about the situation. You are probably confused about the situation, correct? Yeah, AI tends to work way faster than humans, and if the dev doesn't account for that, it causes problems. Alright, let us take small steps. Do you remember VRPs? Virtual ricochet projectiles? Balls? Okay, you seem to remember. Carla, we are ready. Please initiate the training sequence. little robot things for target practice. Alright. VRPs are your most essential tool and weapon. They're basically like balls. Your task is to hit all these robots with VRPs. So give it a shot, or rather, a throw. Because, yeah, it's more of a throwing. Or at least the verb they use for it has always been throwing and not so much like shooting. Nice work. Well, just to be sure, let's repeat this exercise with an extended distance. Something particular about VRPs. They're not affected by gravity. Yeah, this game is kind of like a combo puzzle action game a lot of the time. At least once you get past the initial section. Very good. Okay, let's enable the charge mode. Charge module activated. You activate charge VRPs by aiming for a longer time. Let's practice right away. Yeah, there's a lot of like pseudo physics stuff. Hey, thanks for having my stream, Noctard. Those charged VRPs will ricochet on walls. That's the reason for their name, you see. Using charged VRPs, you can hit the target with the red circle. Step 1 is remember how to aim. Okay, enough practice with VRPs. About time we put you down on your feet. Carla, we are done. We're done here. You can terminate the flotation sequence. And now we can actually eventually walk around a little bit. Hopefully, maybe. Hey there, girl. Welcome to our cozy cargo hold. Of all the places to get dropped, the cargo hold is certainly one of them. My name's Carla. Nice to meet ya. You sure are a quiet one. Apparently there's an issue with her speech synchronization. Still understands us, though. No way. Is there a way to fix it? I do not know yet. I will have to look into that. Anyway, I'm sure we'll be able to understand each other somehow. Nonverbal communication, you know? Well, I need to click into that one over there. Atta girl. Still, kinda would like to know your name. Sergey, can you help us out here? Right. Her name is Leah. Leah? I think it's Leah. Leah, well, ain't that sweet. Well then, Leah, ready to get up? We gotta go get you ready for what's coming. Ball throwing and the like, you know? I got just the thing prepared for you. Follow me. Yes, I think I know how to move in a game. Okay, there we go. Basically a little, looks like a little obstacle course here. All right, let's get started. Your task is to reach the door at the other end of this room. And don't mind me, I'll just stick around and keep an eye on you. Well, I might give you some hints, if you ask nicely, you know? Oh yeah, never mind the visor, I need this to see what you're doing. Cause yeah, this game's... Yeah, it'll get explained in the lore in a second. Yeah, this game has a lot of just little bits and bobs. Come on. Let me get up onto the platform. I need to hit all... I think I need to hit all 3 of these, because you can see the lines joining up. Or rather, all 4 of them. Because you can see the lines joining up and lines joining up need you to have all of them true before it fills out in the last one. But sometimes the aiming in this game is a little bit goofy. Okay, down and around this way. Entering the next stage. More switches await. These ones are easier to do at short range, the fast ones, because the long range, it's hard to throw the stuff. That nobody calls them BRPs. But much to apparently Sergey, there's disappointment in everybody. Well done. That was a pretty small room. Finally, this one's my favorite. Yeah, you could go wild on these robot mice. Moving target practice. Have fun, girl. And this whole section's basically just a mini tutorial to make sure you know the controls. And actually, process the controls for the game. Oh, it didn't... It hasn't given me dashing yet. Oh gosh. Yeah, these little numbered features are something you'll see in a lot of this game's puzzle rooms. And they're basically a countdown of how many things there are left in the room that you have to defeat. So in this case, 4. And then there's gonna be 10 over here. Hey Alexander, welcome to the stream. Luckily, these robot mice don't attack. So don't worry, there's gonna be stuff that bites back very soon. Yeah, it's like disabled like 90% of the control that I'm used to. Yeah, crosscode, this is definitely not... This is my first time playing crosscode on stream, but it's not my first time playing crosscode. It's one of my favorite games, which is why I wanted to do a playthrough on stream. Okay, come on. So I'm at least... I keep, like, trying to do, like, dashes, because there's, like, a dash dodge attack, like, thing you can do to get out of the way of stuff. Except I don't have that unlocked yet. Okay, whoa, slow down there, girl. Just a short warning. Here you'll meet your first real enemies. And by real, I mean those things will, in fact, attack you. Don't get me wrong, they're really easy, but still. If you do get beat down, your respawn point is right in this room. It would be really, really embarrassing if I died right now. That means there's no real danger. Go ahead and kick some ass. Just a moment, let me enable the dash module before we start the battle. There we go. Dash is essential in battle since it helps you quickly dodge enemy attacks at any time. Right he is. Now enter to the right in order to proceed with the ass kicking. Yeah, that dash module. And you'll notice there's little countdowns. I think it was 1, 2, 3. Yeah, the stuff in this first little room are not very strong. Bit of advice, hit stuff with charge attack to cancel attacks. Oh gosh. There we go. It also hasn't given me my short range attack yet. Okay, come on. Yeah, stuff can't attack you. And, yeah, those things don't really deal much damage, though. There, you weren't kidding. She's really got a knack for battling. Yeah, that sure takes me back. Hey, champ, get your adrenaline down again for a second. You gotta add a bit more edge to your arsenal. A sharp one, that is. I see that got your attention. Sergey, you finished? Yep. Unlocking virtual proximity impact now. It's... some of the names that they come up with for things in this game are hilarious. Melee attack. Virtual proximity impact. Great, with those close combat strikes, called VPI. Playing Hades 2 before here, with the glitch that gives you infinite iframes. That is probably quite broken. You can quickly tear through several targets in your path at once. Only them close ones, of course. You got that? Yeah, anything that gives you infinite iframes is super powerful. Sharp as a blade. Now start by clearing that path for us, will ya? Yeah, the dash in this game... I don't remember if it actually gives you iframes, but it's very good for just getting out of the way of attacks, because stuff in this game is very well telegraphed. Yeah, attacks and stuff throughout the game are telegraphed very, very nicely. Wait there for another sec. Yeah, I know. A second wait is an attack wasted. Still, you should know that your strikes have enough punch to interrupt some attacks. So you can just pummel your opponents without giving them a chance to strike back. Sounds like a plan, am I right? So go get them. Yeah, because like some of these initial enemies are pretty easy, but the game's difficulty definitely ramps up after you get out of the technically tutorial area. Yeah, I mean, is it fun gameplay though is the real question. Another victory for the fearless gladiator. Wait, can't talk. Oh, I think that's my first damage of the run. Oh gosh. So you can see my health bar up in the top left. And hopefully the audio quality is not too crazy right now. Yes, it was fun. That's what really matters in a game, you know. And you just crossed the finish line. Congrats. Seriously, girl, that was quick. Like you've never forgotten the basics at all. Oh my, you still look so puzzled about all this. Suppose it's about time we explain all the circumstances. You bet it is. But let's take a short break before that, okay? I still need to report to the captain. He wants to meet Leah as well. Good idea. Best not keep Jet waiting for too long. Yeah, the reason I'm like wondering about the audio is this. I've had to set up this entire computer between last night and this morning, and I was like trying to eyeball the audio levels and stuff for this computer. Come on, Leo, right this way. Because my other old computers no longer exist. All right, up to the bridge. Oh, yeah, Leah, just a heads up. The captain's kind of grumpy, but don't worry about it. That's just the way he is. So yeah, I was panic setting up a stream. And struggling from turning up the difficulty so much, so you just like hitting spacebar. Yeah, that does help. Cap, I'm back with the report. I see, go on. The initiation? A total cinch. Here's the avatar. Name's Leah. Aye, hard to miss that last. Hope you didn't run into everything with those horns there. Wait, don't tell me you didn't notice the horns till now, Leah. Anyway, make sure you clean up that mess you started down in the cargo hold soon. Yes, Cap. I hope Sergey is satisfied. Is he around? Yeah, just give me a sec to set up your headset. Hello there, Jet. My good man, it's been a long time. Indeed. You're still clinging to that jetpack, I see. You know I'd never travel the sea without good old Betty. I don't think that's intentional. I also apparently triggered a effect at some point without realizing it. Hopefully that fixes that. Anyway, I hope ye two will be ready to travel on soon. Having a darn avatar on board is just calling for trouble. Of course, we'll make this as brief as possible. Gee, Cap, what kind of welcome is that supposed to be? Besides, ain't we talking to Jet, former VRP dueling champ? Keep telling us about all your combat moves from the old days. So here I thought maybe you'd want to give Leah a small combat lesson? You're telling me this wee lass is up for a battle? Yeah, let me know if my avatar vanishes again. Oh, you bet she is. Right, we'll see about that. Just talk to me later today. Sweet. Okay then, you're dismissed. You can show the lass around the ship, but don't you stir up any trouble. Alright, Captain. It's really hard for me to do the, like, ocean accent there. Come on, Leah, it's time for some fresh air. Yeah, the game's kind of starting off with just some lore dump. Welcome aboard the MS Solar. But yeah, the whole stream's a little bit held together with duct tape and wishes right now. Because we gotta love sudden computer changes. No, that was not an intentional effect. Or rather, it is something I can control, but it's I think it's this one is the more pixel effect. But yeah, I don't have a third screen to monitor VTube Studio. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I'm guessing my avatar is rendering on the wrong graphics card for some reason. Wait, the ship, huh? You know, the view here is nice, but you gotta see what's beyond the bow. We're currently steering towards Rhombus Square. That's something to look at. Huh? Actually, why not go to the bow and explain the situation to Leah there? Seeing Rhombus Square will make it easier for her to understand, correct? Hey, good thinking, Sergey. Follow me, Leah. Yeah, it is. That's a little bit. As I finish the title. That was not intentional. There she is, the avatar. And she's a Spheromancer class. How awesome is that? Eh? Looks like you got your first family, huh? Oh, come on, did it? Did it do that again? Oh, I know what it's doing. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with that. Idea number 1. VTube Studio's picking up... What's happening is VTube Studio's picking up the game. It's not my... VTube Studio's picking up the game's controls. Yeah. Is it going to pick up things, or is it going to just die? I think the answer is it's just going to die. Give me 2 seconds to try to fix that. Hey, Forgotten Dreamer. Yeah, give me 2 seconds to try to fix the fact that my stream audio just completely died. I think it was literally just that. Yeah, this is crosscode, or at least to start it. Hey there, Carla, good to see you. About all these strange boxes here. Yeah, I know, I'm supposed to clean that up. But right now, I have to take care of the avatar, you know? I'll do it in a bit, okay? See you later. I just completely switched control schemes. I have no idea if this is going to work out correctly. There she goes again. She said exactly the same thing yesterday. A Spheromancer, so awesome. That was this way. It's a bit of a walk, though. Just follow me. Oh gosh, that is not functional. So that's not what I want it to do. Yeah, what the heck is the controller-based control scheme for this game? I'm doing well. I'm trying to not freak out the game too much. I'm gonna let me go because apparently I have keybind. I like have very scuffed stuff because I'm on a new computer right now, and apparently it's picking up the games, me doing stuff in game, as VTube Studio actions. Give me a second. I'm gonna disable at least the main buttons as just controls. So I'll be right back again in just a second again. We'll see if this works. I don't know why my avatar keeps vanishing. Yeah, I don't know why my avatar keeps vanishing, but hopefully I fixed the fact that it's randomly pixelating. I'll look into avatar vanishing at some point before next stream after this one. Because, yeah. But yeah, there's just a lot of, because I'm on a completely different computer than I have been using, so things are a little bit janky right now. Now, girl, have a look at this. Yeah, I did not have time to properly test this setup, because I didn't have the access to this computer until late last night, and it's like, I've had access to the computer for like less than 8 hours. And I needed to sleep in there somewhere also. Okay, where to start? How about welcome to Crossworlds? One step at a time, Carla. Leah, do you remember the concept of an MMO? I'm gonna go with yes. Alright. Now, Crossworlds is like an MMO, with one striking difference. The world of this game is not virtual. It is real. All players are remotely connected to this world through special avatars. I do like the karma stuff for Rain World. These avatars have a physical form and are tightly connected to all 5 senses of the player. And you, Leah, are currently logged into this game as well. Oh, me? No, I'm not a player. I just work here. In fact, you're the only avatar on this whole ship. That is correct. This cargo ship belongs to the maintenance staff of Crossworlds. The actual game takes place in the land you see over there, the playground. The reason you are here, Leah, isn't because you are not a regular player. You have lost your memory, and we are trying to recover it. You see, you have been in this game before. Being logged into this game, there's a chance you might remember your past. And that is why we will try to get you into the real playground soon. Yeah, in fact, you'll be going to that glass palace of a city over there. That's Rhombus Square. It's where all players start. It's a little bit out there in the distance. Well, I guess this has cleared up some things, at least, right? I don't think that really cleared up very much. Alright then, I think this is a good time to split. I'm gonna go talk to the captain, try to set up that combat lesson for you. Meanwhile, you can have a look around the ship, if you like. The crew knows about you. I guess you already noticed that, right? You can meet me and the captain later. Until then, just make sure not to fall into the water, girl. Oh yeah, this game has a pretty well put together story, as well as some of the best puzzles that I actually enjoy solving. And all sorts of other just fun stuff. By the way, Leah, I had a closer look at those speech synchronization issues. Unfortunately, I do not think I will be able to fix them soon. However, I found a little workaround. Our character's basically mute because, speech synchronization issues. I might be able to hardcode specific audio patterns into your speech module. That means you will be able to say certain words. That should help a bit, correct? So, let's try it out. New word embedded. Hi. There's a reason you'll notice that there's a running joke in this game for just Leah just saying hi to absolutely everything. Hi. It works. That should help you start some conversations with the crew here. Yeah, task. Have a look around the ship. Yeah, we have a health bar up in the top left corner. We use virtual ricochet projectiles, also known as balls, as our weapon. It's also tied into the combat system. Hi! Hey, can't you see I'm busy here? Wait, who are you? Oh, right, I remember now. You're that pseudo-robot thing. You'd think that, given that their job is literally to work with, the whole Crossworlds, they wouldn't just call it a pseudo-robot thing. Oh, no offense. You see, I just recently had this discussion with a colleague. It was about avatars being the same as robots. I have to insist they are not. Avatars are just some fragile, temporary collection of instant matter. See you in a bit, White Soul. Everybody knows real robots are made of metal, like these beauties here. So I just can't share the excitement of my colleagues about your presence. You're just an avatar, no true robot, see? Anyway, I have to take care of my babies here, so if you'll excuse me. Yeah, my theories for why my avatar sometimes blinks out of existence are either it thinks I'm trying to take a screenshot, so it hides it temporarily, or I'm like overloading a graphics card because it's not running on the correct graphics card. Oh, Miss Avatar is back. Hi. Ooh, she talked to me. Gee, calm down there, fellow. Anyway, Carla just passed by us again. She told us you could take care of all these boxes here. So just giving us all your chores, huh? I mean, really, can you believe that woman? Now she's just loading off her work on our guests. Well, she has a point. It's easy to destroy these boxes with your avatar weapons, right? Oh yeah. Awesome. Awesome. Please, I want to see that. Well, no pressure, you know. You're our guest after all. But you help us out a lot. So, will you destroy the boxes for us? Yes, show us the balls. I don't think it'll let me actually exit this area until I do. Ooh, this is amazing. Well, it certainly works. Because, yeah, there's a lot of just ability to attack stuff at, like, distance in this game. Because this game's whole combat system is basically built around using these spheres to just destroy everything. Absolutely everything. And the combat system in this game actually gets pretty intense after a while. All cleared. Truly amazing. I'm really surprised how quickly those balls were flying. What are you even talking about? I didn't see any balls. One of those boxes disappearing for whatever reason. Yeah, you need to wear these AR goggles to see them. The balls and their impact are all, like, virtual and stuff. I see. So that's why you've been wearing those goofy glasses all day. Goofy? You know nothing about style, lady. Yeah, whatever. Anyway, thanks a lot for the help. Yes, thank you so much, Ms. Avatar. Yeah, it's like a really weird hybrid of like virtual and real stuff in the world here. Okay, 4th floor. So don't go to the cargo hold, go up towards the cabins, probably. They're just cooking. Okay. Hi. Whoa, you spoke. Is your voice finally back? Hi. Wait, that ain't right. Her speech synchronization is still malfunctioning. I just hard-coded the word hi into her speech module. That is all she could say for now. I'm currently working on adding more words. I see. It's a start, I suppose. Anyway, the Cap and I here have been planning out your combat training, girl. We're almost set and good to go, right? Aye, this is gonna be interesting. Well, I'm off to my cabin for some final preparations. I'll be done in no time, so just stick with the captain, okay? See you later. Aye, I'll be back on the bridge. You can talk to me when you're ready for the lesson. Make sure you're prepared, and I'll be expecting your full attention. You two over there. Make sure you clean up the galley after you're done cooking, understood? Aye aye, Captain. Not like we forgot since the last time he told us. Yeah, wasn't that yesterday? There's so many just little funny interactions hidden around the game. I don't think there's anything on the 3rd floor cabins. I don't think there's really anything on this floor. I think it's just the world's most... I think it's just time for the combat lesson. There you are. It's about darn time for your combat lesson. You ready? Oh yeah. Good. Let's go to the balcony. Good, here we are. Carla, are you ready up there? Yes, Cap, don't forget the goggles. Aye. Haven't worn these for some time. Alright then, time to start. I was told you learned the basics down in the combat, or down in the cargo hold? Mm-hmm. Still, I want you to show me your grip on aiming and throwing. Carla, prepare the target bot. Time to say hello to an old friend. The initial combat, like, tutorial in this game is a little bit janky here. Listen carefully. I want you to hit that robot from this distance 10 times. And do it quickly. Got that? Mm-hmm. Because, yeah, this initial combat stuff is sometimes a little bit silly. I see you understand the basics well enough. That will make things easier. Carla, we need that turret now. Ah, yes, the turret. Time to turn on old Betty. Next, we'll be practicing the dash. The turret will now start shooting at you. I want you to do 2 things. First, keep your aim on the turret, but don't throw anything. Second, dodge the turret's bullets without losing your aim. Alright then, let's start. Come on. Ah, shoot. You have to be faster than that, lass. Don't even think about simply walking past them shots. Dash at the right moment. Yeah, the combat tutorial is a little bit goofy with the timing sometimes. Nice work. Enough with dodging. Now try to handle this attack, lass. Yeah, there's literally nothing I can do with that one that time around. What the heck was that? Don't tell me... No. Don't you know how to do a darn guard, lass? Actually, Jet, as a matter of fact, she does not. I forgot to activate her guard module. Sergey, are you serious? You can't send that lass into battle without a proper shield. Yes, I will fix that now. Guard activated. Good. So now you have your shield. Need an introduction to how it works? Not particularly. Basically, if you hold the dash button down, it turns into a shield. Aye, then let's have another go. And, blocks at least most of the damage. Very good. That's all the basics I can teach you for now. Now, to round everything up, Let's have a proper battle against a turret where you can use everything you've learned. Though there will be a little surprise waiting for ye. I'll let you take a short breather. Talk to me when you're ready. Okay, here we go. So, ready for the battle? Yep. That's what I like to hear. Let the battle begin. Because, yeah, the combat in this game is pretty well put together, all things considered. Yeah. Come on. Stop shielding. Okay. Yeah, overheat is a status effect that you'll notice gets applied to enemies sometimes. Because the overheat status effect basically is a stun. Uh-oh, our battle got interrupted. Captain, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we need you on the bridge, right now. What's the matter? Something is approaching us, and quickly. Bloody darn timing. Sorry, lass. We have to stop here. Duty calls. Carla, you clean up the balcony first and come to the bridge afterwards. Understood. Girl, I have no idea what's going on here, but it'd be better for you to go inside too. Yeah, because things are about to go a little bit haywire. Still on the radar, approaching us at high velocity. No transmission, no darn ship to see. What's going on here? Captain, I think I caught it on satellite. You gotta see this. Somebody's just flying over here. Okay, come on. What a peculiar location we have here. It's a darn cargo hold, or a darn cargo ship, you dober. You look like someone who jumped right out of Crossworlds. The ship is not part of the bloody playground. So don't be a nuisance and get lost. We are aware of the nature of this place, yet we perceive the presence of another misplaced individual. That is none of your bloody business. Get off the ship and back to the game you came from. Foolish mortal. Do you truly believe we will abide by your command? I think he's lost it a little bit. Did he just call me a mortal, you nutcase? You better leave right now, or I'll be glad to tighten your grip on reality. You bore us. We choose to no longer converse with the likes of you. Besides, our search has already been concluded. Hi? You do not belong here. You need to be removed. Eh? Wait, you seem all too familiar. Eh? Why, it can't be. Yeah, this dude seems to be a little bit of have lost it a little bit. Indeed, it might be a mere coincidence. Oh, but we most definitely have a way to be certain. Now that's a fairly seamless loading screen, all things considered. What a convenient stage we have here. Now, it's time to face your trial. Ah yes, crab. Let us see if you are the genuine article. The display of your talents shall suffice as proof. Leah, do you hear me? I am just as confused about this whole situation as you are. It is certainly a mess, but we will get you out of this. For now, take on this challenge and keep him busy. I know this enemy looks intimidating, but do not lose hope. I am confident you will be able to handle this. Because I can see its battle stats. They match your level. That is certainly a way to do a pep talk. Also, this game with the basically full screen health bars for like every boss fight imaginable. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Yeah, there's each of the. I don't think I can really see the phase separators very well on stream, though. Yeah, there's not a whole lot I can do outside of just dodging. Oh, come on. Until it does this attack and basically just... I like how obvious the weak point on the boss is, though. Like, you've got to admit, that is a very obvious weak point right there. Come on. Come on. Do not land on my head giant crab thing. Yeah, trust me, the game's difficulty ramps up quite a bit after you get out of the first little section. This first little section, though, is a lot of the game just teaching you how the controls work. Level up. Level +1. CP +1. Max HP +2. Attack +1. Defense +1. The CP is a skill point. I don't know why it's not called SP. I'm legitimately don't know. This spinning motion. One cannot find it twice in this world. Truly, there is no doubt about it. When was the last time we have laid eyes upon you? You within your incomplete vessel. Yes, you have our utmost interest. You will come with us. And he gets exploded. Greetings from the Solar Fist, you pile of instant matter. What's this? Your divine powers can't handle a proper explosion? Why, this is preposterous. Yeah, that guy over there seems to have lost the plot a little bit. Okay, lass. You need to get off the ship right now. Carla, get her to the teleporter. Get her back to the teleporter as fast as possible. And tell me when she's off the ship. I'll make sure there's no trace of Crossworld. I'll make sure no trace of Crossworlds is left on my ship. Got it, Cap. Follow me, girl. And has my avatar still been vanishing over the last little bit, randomly? I haven't seen it vanish, but also I'm not entirely sure if I'd just be missing it. Well, well. Our endeavor has not been concluded. You will not escape our will. You already caught up? Leah, those are high-level opponents. Do not fight them. Run to the teleporter. Yeah, I think those are like... We're level 2. I'm pretty sure those things are level, like, 60. Your escape is futile. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is legitimately, like, level... Yeah, they're, like, level, like, 62 or something. Hasn't vanished. So it's probably trying to take a screenshot or something. Yeah, these things are, like, level, like, 60 or 70 or something like that. And we're level 2. And this game's difficulty scaling, even a couple level difference is already a big deal. I do not remember this section being nearly this difficult last time I played. Yeah, I do not remember this section being anywhere close to this difficult to get through. Come on. Oh, gosh. Oh, do I need to go? Nope. I legitimately don't know what's going on here and why I'm having a difficult time right now. But, like, you're not supposed to fight these enemies. They will one-shot you. Pretty much guaranteed. Oh, no, you don't. Jump over the container, girl. Yeah, these enemies will basically guaranteed one-shot you at this point. Do you remember what the enemy type looks like, though? Damn, how are we gonna pass this one? Wait, I got an idea. Haha. Gotta go up and over. Carla, instant matter builder, at your service. Yeah, I have no idea why I had such a hard time with that one room. Here we are again. Time for you to leave this party. Come on, sweetie. This isn't the time for tearful goodbyes. There's a lot of them. Besides, there are those guys. Goodbye, Leah. Enjoy Crossworlds. Yeah, we're level 2. Those things are level, like, 70. Which is not gonna work. You darn pile of instant matter. Stop putting your trash all over the ship. This ain't gonna go nowhere. Jet, we did it. But he almost got us. There are probably some enemies left down in the cargo hold. Putting even more trash in my cargo hold? Okay, that's it. Playtime's over. Crew, activate the neutralizer. I'm pretty sure this is the only time you actually see the neutralizer in the entire game. You're meddling with matters that are not of your concern. This is my ship. Daubers like you messing with my ship are on the bloody top of my list of concerns. I said it before, I'll say it again. This cargo ship is not part of the bloody playground. And he has now been disassembled. just slightly disassembled. What the bloody hell was all that about? That is a good question. What was that about? That's definitely not normal. You normally don't have a flying people flying at you and saying you look familiar while you have no memories. We did it, Leah. I still cannot believe what just happened on the MS Solar. Anyway, we are now in the official playground. This area is packed with all kinds of security measures. More interference from that blue individual is highly unlikely here. For now, let's just proceed. This is Rhombus Square, or more precisely, Newcomer's Bridge. This is the official introduction to Cross Worlds. I placed you right in front of the last part. It is important that we do this part the official way to avoid suspicion. We're just sneaking ourselves into the game, basically. Ah, yes. Speaking of suspicion. Listen, Leah. It is absolutely essential that you pass as a regular player. We must avoid being reported at any cost. Ah, yes. Do not worry too much about your speech synchronization issues. You are, in fact, not the first player with these problems. Anyway, just be careful, okay? Most of these players here should be newcomers just like you. Veterans usually skip this part, obviously. Can I talk to this dude? Maybe. Hi! Oh, hey, what's up? What's the matter? First a greeting, now silence? You're a strange one. Yeah, something tells me we're gonna get more information from the blue individuals. Something or another? Possibly. So sorry, that came across the wrong way. You must be here for the view. It's gorgeous, right? Crossworlds expands over the whole land you see over there. People call it the croissant because the island is shaped like one. Yeah, there is the fact that if you die in this game, you basically just explode into instant matter and your quote-unquote body just gets regenerated. Pardon, didn't see you there. Hi, bonjour. You are new here too? But I have not noticed you here before. Oh, does that mean you caught up after me? Huh, you must be very quick with the tutorials. But I got the hang of it now too. You will not beat me at the last tutorial stage. No. Let's meet at the end. I will be waiting. Au revoir. My French is not good. Very competitive, this one. I mean, so are we. Rhombus Dungeon number 3. Oop, I think I just maxed out my microphone there by accident. Is my microphone clipping at all? Like, just like maxing out. Oh, they added a welcome sign. Very hospitable. Are you looking for that redhead pentafist from before? Well, I'm afraid you will not find her here. You see, each player is placed into a separate instance of these rooms. It's very much like a pseudo video game reality concept. You will find plenty of puzzles ahead. You really would not want other players to interfere around here. So it is all about who will be fastest by themselves, right? Indeed it is. And we're competitive. All right. All right, I will be gone for a couple of minutes. I will contact Jet and Carl and try to investigate that blue individual. I'm sure you'll be fine by yourself. See you later. Hi. I really have to work on your vocabulary. There's a couple of fairly basic bits of speedrun tech in this game that I know of. The most obvious one is you can cross slightly larger gaps than normal by basically using your guard to, like, do a dash cancel jump. You can kind of clip across slightly larger areas than you need to, than you'd normally be able to. Yeah, this game's puzzles start off pretty simple, though, at least. Yeah, because like if I only hit like 1 or 2 of them, you'll notice they'll kind of just flash red and yell at me that, hey, you didn't do this. And like, you didn't solve the puzzle. I'm not worried about the time on this first dungeon. Yeah, because that character that we're racing is guaranteed to beat us in the first dungeon. So it's not as much of a timing challenge there. We got an upgrade. Quick menu. Yep. Hold shift to open the quick menu. And eat items for healing. I don't ever remember actually using inspect in any playthrough I've ever done of this game. Hey, look, we got some food. I wonder if food's useful for healing. Food is definitely useful for healing. 15% or some HP regen for 40 seconds is basically what it is. That's basically what those 2 foods are. There's a decent variety of them, though. Oh gosh, these are little turret guys. No. Bad. I don't want to take damage. You do not heal damage while you're in combat in this game, unless you use items. Yeah, because the only way to actually heal your health is in combat is items. And that's not a great way to heal your health. Did I successfully hit the thing? Okay. Yeah, this game's puzzles are, if you can't tell, not the most complicated, especially at the start. Because this is a pretty straightforward little puzzle right here. Because you basically just gotta toggle the little platforms. Some of the puzzles will ramp up in difficulty, though. Come on. I don't remember. I do not actually remember the solutions for, or like 90% of the encounters and puzzles in the game. I just remember that generally how this game developer likes to construct things. And it's a lot of stuff is fairly predictable. Boop. Okay. 1 of 2. I don't think there's an easy way to skip that. I only know, like, the world's, like, most basic form of the speedrun strats for this game. Oh, right. I'm gonna want to be on this thing so I can be on the raised platform. Yeah, there's a lot of just, like, location-based puzzles where you want to bounce stuff off of other stuff. And that's generally how the puzzles in this game are put together. Is just the idea of just, like, aiming and targeting type puzzles for, and, like, just getting different perspectives for your aiming and targeting. Oh, come on. How rude. I don't even have my special attack yet. Oh, right. I need to be on the platform. Come on. Yeah, the combat is... The combat's not the most complicated type of combat in any video game. It is pretty well put together, though. Especially though, you do kind of need to unlock a little bit more for it to be super balanced. Though, I am back. Haha. Greetings from Jet and Carla. Everything is back to normal on the MS Solar. There are no traces left of that blue individual. Haha. I also tried to find some information about him, but there is nothing. We could be pretty certain he is not connected to the official game. I just cannot imagine a regular player leaving Crossroads and going on a rampage like this. Something very strange is going on here. Not to mention that he recognized you. Your memory might, in fact, contain some answers to all of this. Anyway, there's no need to worry about this right now. Our goal is simply to play Crossworlds. And I see you've made a lot of progress already, so onwards. And then we get the fun upgrade now. It kind of just trickle feeds a lot of the basics at the very start. Press tab to open the character menu. And check your inventory, favorite items, yada yada yada. Cool. So yeah, we can pick up... Because there is a little bit of an equipment system in this game. It's not very complicated. You'll notice that this is about the entirety of this game's equipment system is literally that, with some basic stats. Oh, come on. I don't have... So I have played Crosscode before this. So I know what sorts of things are normally in the combat system, and I am sorely missing a couple of things that are currently locked behind a bit of story progress. Oh, right. Enemies start to give XP at this point. Indeed they do. Come on. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. That got a little bit hectic. Yeah, that got a little bit hectic right there. Oh, gosh. Is it charging at me? It is. That one's stronger than the rest of them. Yeah, if I attack stuff that's close by, I do like a little blade attack. And if I attack stuff further away, I, instead of doing... Nope, level up. 5 bonus match. 5 extra health. You already reached level 3? That is strange. I thought you were supposed to reach level 2 at this point. I suppose they may have added more enemies? But yeah, we have the little melee attack, but we primarily have our long-range attack with the spheres. We need to hit that. Okay, I need to bounce into this. You can basically kind of just trace backwards from the goal in these first couple puzzles. Okay, so we need to hit that, which needs to bounce there. Which means we need these to be in that position, right? No, because that bounces over there. Okay, we can go in from that direction also, so ding 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 ding. There we go. It takes a little bit to solve some of these puzzles. Because the puzzles are not super complicated yet, but there's still a lot of just little bits. Incoming. It's boss fight turret time. Turret, round 2. Watch me die to the turret, boss. Yeah, this is a 3-phase boss fight. You guys can't really see the health number very well. Or the health bar for boss fights very well. Oh gosh. That is one heck of an attack. Yeah, that is one heck of an attack. Luckily, we have a shield that blocks most of the damage. And then we can also use this to defend. Right. I need to bounce it off the things. You see the things that showed up in the background there. Yeah, break and overheat and stuff are fairly useful things to have access to. Because they're basically little stat specs that make the enemy temporarily slightly weaker. Oh no. Let us not die to the boss right at the very end. That would be slightly embarrassing. I think this is the game's thrown like 5 things with boss bars at us at this point. Level up. Even more max health. The extra max health is always nice. Onwards. I like how it just only says onwards. Ready for one big upgrade? Indeed I am. Because I keep trying to use the stuff from this upgrade, and I didn't have it yet. Power up. Circuit activated. No, I am not the one clicking right now. I really do not need the tutorial here. Yeah, you now have special points for combat arts, which are probably the single most useful thing in this game, is to get a couple of basic combat arts. Activate. Do I want spin dance or sphere? So I'm gonna go with... You can switch between the different branches after you select, so you don't ever actually get locked out of anything permanently. Yeah, you never really get locked out of anything permanently. But these upgrades are extremely powerful. I think I'm gonna go for the max health also. Because these really start to add up. And you'll notice that some of these are locked right now. And you have to work outwards from the center. This should give you an idea of the scale of some of the stuff in this game. I know how to use combat arts. Leah, please wait a second. I have a little upgrade for you as well. Eh? I finally managed to add another word to your vocabulary. Well, you know how it is. No shiny effects for me, just the upgrade. Here goes. Leah. Leah, I think you will need this one, since I will not be able to introduce you to other people anymore. Leah, hi. Hi, Leah. Hi, Leah, hi. Do not look at me like that. I know it takes a long time to add these words. It's a very involved process, actually. I need to manually extend your thought control module, essentially modifying a statistically generated code base by hand. Yes, it is very technical. Maybe not level 999, but definitely level 99. The technology to control avatars is, well, complicated. And that is an understatement. Anyway, the second word is done. I will work on the next one right away. Leah. Yeah, the reason I like combat arts is because that is... For a group of enemies, being able to do that through the middle of a group of enemies is very, very useful. Yeah, unfortunately, no matter how quickly you complete the first one, Emily here will beat you. Ha! Told you, I would be first. Hi. Phew! Ah, but wasn't that fun? I was very surprised by that boss at the end. Pardon, I didn't even introduce myself. Je m'appelle Emily. Nickname? Emily... Emily Nator. I'm attempting. I'm trying. I know, it's genius, right? So, what's your name? Leah. Leah, nice to meet you. So, are you ready to take the sky rails? That is... So some of the things in this game are going to be really hard to read out. I'm realizing. I wish we could already explore the city itself, but no. Didn't you know? The sky rail will take you straight to Cross Central. From there, you'll be transported to the mainland. You will only be able to enter Rhombus Square much later. It sucks, I know. You over there. Yes, you, the blue-haired Spheromancer. Hi? 4. You just appeared out of nowhere. Suspicious. And what do I see now? You are at level 4. This is unheard of. I'm forced to assume you, young lady, have been cheating. What? Monsieur, going straight for the accusations. How can you be so sure about it? Just because you're stuck at level 3 doesn't mean impossible. No player on record has ever reached level 4 at this point. Young lady, surely I don't need to explain to you the faults of such actions. Cheating will never pay off in the long run. Hi. Is that all you have to say? Oh dear. What is going on here? Darn. I have exposed this cheater here. And now you're lecturing her. Yes, about the wrongness of her actions. How about no? What? I'll just go ahead and pretend I don't know you. Come on. Apologies for my friend's behavior. He sometimes pretends to be a moderator. He is not. No problem. Young lady, I'll let you off this time. What are you gonna do? Reflect on your actions. And what could you even do? Bon Dio, what was the deal with him? I hope we don't meet players like this around here too often. Anyways, let's go on. I want to finally reach Rookie Harbor. You can come with me if you want to. Très bien, let's go. Oh, my heart just stopped there for a second. That was close. All because you collect those extra XP from that crab boss. I should have noticed this earlier. Sorry. Yeah, we're slightly higher level. There's some rather funny interactions that can happen in this game depending on exact things you do. Cross Central Balcony. Let's go to the mainland. Or rather, let's go to Cross Central. Yeah, here's the other indicator that there is a heck of a lot of stuff in this game, because I'm pretty sure that all of these are actually open. Are actually stuff that you can eventually open. I remember I used... So I started playing Crosscode way back when it was still in, like, super early access. And I'm pretty sure that, like, 90% of these areas didn't even exist at that point. And a lot of the story also didn't exist yet. Learn how to use landmarks for fast travel. I'm going to skip the tutorial, but I'm going to also immediately forget. Fantastic! Right at the sea, just like they said. The city should be right up ahead. Go, go! Yeah, this game has a lot of stuff. And it's very, very full. Like a very packed out game now. Hey girl, check this out. Sweet moves, huh? Indeed, I'm sure you can rock them railings too. Wanna try some moves? Try to reach them boxes back there without touching the ground. Just ollie up on the box here and start grinding those rails. What do you say? Ready to style? See, we get some free stuff from doing quests. Chili dog, show me what you got. I know how quests work in this game. Yeah, this game is not the world's most complicated thing ever. Killed it, sweet. I like how his name is officially That Rad Dude. That is this guy's official name. Oh yeah, that was sick, girl. Hi. May your mushrooms always be sauteed and your onions always be grilled. Gravy, girl. I'm not sure what the point of some of what that was. I don't remember what this thing is. Hey, blue-haired girl. Crossroads is full of bizarre and cool things. I hope you enjoy your stay and never give up. I see an item box. I see the item box right there. Yeah, this game also very much rewards you for actually exploring around a little bit. Because there's a lot of just hidden stuff I didn't even know this was down here. Yeah, there's a lot of just... I mean, even playing through the entire game on stream, we'll only see maybe like 20 or 30% of the game. Because there's so much stuff hidden. And there's lots of little, like, position puzzles, environmental puzzles, parkour-based puzzles. Hey, over here! There's just so many little things. Pretty good combat system in the game, also. Look at all these old-style buildings. Also, welcome back, myself. Like we're in some kind of medieval fantasy world, no? So, right now I'm waiting here to meet a friend, but I haven't seen him so far. There are just so many people here. Hello. Eek. Blood. Was that really necessary? Yes, very necessary. I see you brought a friend? Ah, oui, that's Leah. I met her during the tutorial. Hi. And this Dark Lord meanie here is Lucas, also known as Schneider. Nice to meet you, Leah. So you finally reached the croissant. Having fun so far? Oui. Enormement. The French is going to kill me. Wait, croissant? The mainland. You'll get the idea once you see the map. Anyway, this is Rookie Harbor. It's known for incoming shipments of rookies like you. It's also a fairly big place, which tends to be confusing for said rookies. So I thought I'd give you a small tour. Très bien. Lead the way. Yeah, the French is going to absolutely destroy me throughout the game. First, the info building. If you really want to dig into all the details of Crossworlds, this is your place. Combat arts, skills, all the stats from A to Z, you name it. Ah, oui. Or, that's the nerd hub, right? Yeah, people call it that. Frankly, it's a good thing to know about all that stuff, but it's not mandatory. Just a place to go back to whenever you're confused about something. Let's move on. By the way, Eliminator? Yeah, the info hub, I'm pretty sure most people immediately forget. I'm a tri-blader, I cut things. What? Not worth explaining. Aw. Yeah, the fact that this game has a bunch of different languages, like, just sprinkled in is gonna get me at some point. Alright, next up, the town center. Oh, is that a market over there? Yep, you'll find most of the traders around here. Well, they're all over the place, to be frank. The traders offer pretty good equipment. The catch, you first need to collect all the required trade items in the wild. It takes time, but it's worth it. Further up is another important building. This way. Oh, and the traders actually work now. Yeah, this game's an RPG, and it knows it's one, and it plays into it. Yeah, a lot of these traders were not implemented when I first played Crosscode. But, like, they existed. They were not interactable. Yeah, like, this one's gonna sell combat stuff. This one's gonna sell armor. Level 11 armor. Yeah, some level 11, like, armor pieces is really good, actually. Because, like, I'd have to go collect stuff. But that is pretty useful. Then we can get some food and stuff if we collect items. Yeah, all these traders sell stuff now. See that building up there? Ah, yes, the building. The Seeker Hub or Quest Hub. Surprise, you'll find a lot of quests there. Just like in many other places in town and elsewhere. We've already completed one quest. All those quests are optional, but the rewards usually make it worthwhile. Hey Leah, are you still with us? Mm-hmm. Oui, she's a quiet one. But she was really fast at the tutorial. Almost beat me to it. You don't see my issue is pronounced Eliminator? I think it's Eliminator. I think is probably the correct way to say it. Well, like they say, still waters run deep, right? Oui, oui. What about that main quest? They kept talking about the Track of the Ancients. Oh, right. I almost forgot about that. You'll have to enter the quest hub anyway. There's a mandatory introduction for all new players. They'll explain all about it there. I suggest you go in right away and just get it over with. I'll just wait here. D'accord, let's go, Leah. Yeah, there's a lot of useful stuff you can buy around the game. Level 10... Is that a level 40 item in the rookie area? Because we're level... What level are we? We're level 4. You don't actually need to be the level that it lists to use the item. But you do need... that is a pretty good guide of how good of an item it actually is. So, like, if I go to our equipment, we have level 1... We have a level 1 rookie blade that adds 2 attack and 1 defense. But if we go and look at the level 11 Mugger's blade here, still 1 defense, but 8 attack instead of 2. And it also gives us a 20% modifier to the Brawler special stat. Or, like, this one gives me a 20% bonus. It, like, spreads out the stat upgrades differently. So it is quite useful. And there's just so many just random things. The Daikon are a food, not a weapon, but apparently they were a weapon in this game. Yeah, there's lots of little modifiers you can have on your attacks and stuff. You'll notice I'm not going to pay much attention to this later. But you also get some, like, this is a level 17. That is a really good set of stuff there. Actually, I might remember that this one exists. Because that could be very useful. Ooh, hey, look, a quest. Ah, good day. I appreciate your desire to work for us, but you should get your official faction briefing in Seeker Central first. It's on the ground floor of this huge building here. Yeah, the exclamation marks generally mean quest stuff. Whoa, such a crowded place. And then we get to go to the upper floor for a mandatory briefing. One deal, look at this. But yeah, my pronunciation is a little bit questionable sometimes. Welcome to Operation Track Walker, recruit. This briefing serves as an introduction to the history of this place and the nature of our cause. We're currently located on the natural satellite Shadoon. Yeah, we're definitely not on Earth. This place was once inhabited by intelligent life forms that we refer to as the Ancients. While the Ancients ceased to exist a long time ago, they left behind a technological heritage to behold. The Track of the Ancients. It's kind of croissant-shaped. Kind of croissant-shaped there. Originally, it served as an assessment of social standing within the Ancients' culture. It is a technological marvel, a highly advanced and self-sufficient system that remains intact to this day. It wasn't long after humankind arrived on Shadoon that we realized its value. Thus, we initiated Operation Track Walker. We augmented the track so that humanity might walk it as well. And that is where you come in, new recruit. Together with the other Seekers, you will start this journey along the Track of the Ancients. Your path will be paved with obstacles, but every step you take will further our cause, discovering the secrets of the Ancients. Your main task will be the collection of 4 elements: heat, cold, shock, and wave. Haha. Beginning with the element heat, your first destination will be the village of Bergen. To reach it, you will need to pass the western barrier of Rookie Harbor. Well, I will say, White Soul, I'm a fair bit better at predicting how long things will take in this game, because I've played this game before. I will now give you your first shade to grant you passage to the west. Very, very helpful. Green leaf shade obtained. Finally, I will give you the Disc of Insight. This device will record all of the knowledge you encounter on your journey. It's basically this game's version of, like, the Hunter's Journal or Encyclopedia, or like an encyclopedia. That is all. Good luck, and stay vigilant. Yeah, this game has some really crazy moments, but I do know where they are and how long it takes for me to get through them. Wow, now that was funky. Suddenly, I was in the middle of space, and this old geezer kept talking to me. Same for you? I suppose I wanted to pep up the boring introduction, no? Oui, track of the ancients it is. Let's go back. Lucas is waiting. By the way, Leah, I took the liberty of adding a few more entries to your encyclopedia. For example, all past events and people we have met so far. And a few insights on the technology, of course. What? I just like to organize things. Sergey is also basically just it's just your standard programmer. It is very easy to actually walk straight back up those stairs. Ah, yes. Yes, indeed. We have a very good map here. Getting a lot of one-shot vibes. Kind of a little bit. Greetings, Seeker. You've completed the introduction to Operation Trackwalker. Thus, you are now also qualified to use your abilities as a Seeker to assist the 4 factions in their duties. Indeed. They are organizations that secure humanity's survival and prosperity through their special fields of expertise. More detailed information can be accessed in the terminal behind you. Indeed. Terminals. Lots of interactable stuff. For now, you should know that each faction has a subdivision in Rookie Harbor, like in every settlement. To better understand our society and your place in it, you should get introduced to all of them. For this purpose, I will now issue an official assignment. Please accept. Indeed, we now have gotten a quest. Technically, like 95% of the quests in this game are optional. Good. Visit the representative of every faction in Autumn's Rise and introduce yourself. Most of them can be found in their respective headquarters near the market or the western entrance. Though the HQ of the CTC is still inaccessible to new seekers, their ambassador can be found just outside this building. Once you have visited all of them, return to me to get your reward. That's a lot of effort. Good day, Seeker. Pleased to meet you. My name is Mr. Nomsworth, and I'm a humble, meditative employee of the local trading association. Hey, thanks for my stream, Alexander. Hi. But now, as you might have already assumed, a man in my position is always busy brokering business agreements, big and small. Thus, there's always a need for helping hands willing to do some necessary legwork. For a generous payment, of course. Just now, I have an unresolved assignment by the pub for a delivery of mixed food ingredients. It requires collecting raw ingredients or raw materials in the wild, trading them for the required items here in the market, and of course, delivering them to my client. A rather simple task, fitting for the beginning of a lucrative relationship, I would say. Can I count on your cooperation? I mean, that is a pretty good amount of credits for the start of the game. To be fair. Because you don't get very many credits early on. Nods. The deal then. My client requires 2 fruit and vegetable sets each, and also a precious spice set to boot. You can procure them right here on the central market near the fountain. For the exchange, you will need raw trading materials from the various plants of Autumn's Rise. Like, the quests in this game are usually sort of worth it to do. So, how was it, Leah? Enjoyed being in space? Well, now you should understand your task. Being part of Trackwalker and all. Let's go to the west now. By the way, Leah, Spheromancer aren't that surprising. They're pretty unpopular. Don't ask me why. They're fine balance-wise. What about Pentafist? They're awesome, right? Yep, and I couldn't imagine you in any other class. I do wonder how... You'll notice that with a lot of the puzzles and dungeons, I wonder how they work if you're not a Spheromancer. Finally, this is the western part of the town. In this shop here, you can buy consumable items. Further down, you'll find an armory with basic equipment. And when you continue to the west from here, you'll enter Autumn's Rise. You'll find a lot of enemies along the way. Be careful not to take on too many hedgehogs at once, or those guys will eat you for breakfast. Anyway, just follow that way to get to Bergen. By the way, do you two want to form a party? Wait, that would be great, right, Leah? Mm-hmm. And you, Lucas, will you travel with us too? I unfortunately have to leave you soon. Aw. Already? Trust me, it's not that fun to travel around with a high-level friend. Unless you don't care for the challenge. You could watch us take on those hedgehogs. Yep, and that totally sounds like a lot of fun, doesn't it? No, really, I have to head back to the guild. There's just too much stuff going on right now. The crap will be steaming if I'm gone for too long. I see. Monsieur is just too important for us rookies. Oh, please, don't be that way. You can set up a direct link if something comes up, alright? Let's meet again once you meet Bergen Village. Come on, Leah. Let's do some leveling until we're worth the Dark Lord's attention. Oh, George. See you soon, Emily, and you too, Leah. Hi. Huh? Oh, well. Ciao, ciao. Microbiology is an interesting field, White Soul. Alright, party time. So, where's the option? Ah, oui. Emily joined your party. Voila, we just formed a party. Alright, let's head to Autumn's Rise. Or maybe look for quests in town. I'll let you decide, Leah. This is so exciting. I know how this works. That was a heck of a lot of text at the very start right there. Hi. Howdy, partner. You sure look like a healthy gal who can appreciate a nice piece of meat. Ah, I always sniff out good taste. It's like my special talent. The name is Zanatique, and I have grand plans to create the perfect steaks for everyone to enjoy. Leah. At least, that's what I want to do, but I still don't have the proper ingredients for that. And since I can't just leave the city and search for them, maybe you can help me with that? I like how many question marks that quest had. Girl, you are the best. It will be amazing. You won't regret it. Anyway, I definitely need some raw meat, of course. The bovines in Autumn's Rise should do nicely. So I heard that you gotta have, like, a good rank to get some meat from them, whatever that means. And then we need some firewood that brings out the taste perfectly. I don't know much about all the trees here, but best to bring me some very light and also some sharp wood. You should find both of them on a mountain somewhere. Good luck. Indeed. I like how much just stuff the game throws at you right at the very start. My access is not denied. How to increase combat rank? By fighting everything. Humble helper. Hi. Hello, Miss Seeker. So great to see you here on Shadoon. As a humble part of our endeavor here, I am trying my best to aid Seekers. But still, my skills are just not on the same level as yours are. Might I ask you to help me out, dear Seeker? We have to... That is a really, really easy quest. For pretty good items, actually. Superb. Come back to me when you defeated the hedgehogs. They're not hedgehogs, they're hedgehogs. And they are... They have a lot of health to start with here. I forgot how much health these things, the hedgehogs, start with. And yes, you want to destroy basically everything in the environment in this game, because basically everything can drop useful items. And yeah, the more stuff you fight, the more items you get from it. And also, the more stuff you could chain together without dying, the better gear you get, also, or the better drops you start to get as well. Because because like we just gotta rank up. If I stop combat for very long, you might be able to see those like things that we're reducing. If you stop combat for too long or accidentally enter a cutscene, it'll force you to back to rank D. Blue-haired Spheromancer. So we meet again. Haha. Mondio. Not this guy again. Hi. Good. I see your level is now in an acceptable range. As if that one level would have made a big difference. However, your previous actions have not been forgotten. Being a cheater is as bad as it is. But seeing a Spheromancer displaying such dishonest behavior, it breaks my heart. What? We Spheromancers are a noble, yet unappreciated class. I can't allow a player like you to further damage our reputation. Wait, you're a Spheromancer too? Why, of course. Don't you see my striking crimson outfit? Oh, pardon, I thought you were a tri-blader with all that green and pointy hair. It's my style. Plain to see that fashion is beyond your grasp. Sure. Yeah, basics of our RPGs, kill everything. Anyway, I'm talking to you, blue-haired Spheromancer, Leo. I challenge you to a duel. Wait, what? Come on, we just started playing. Of course, we won't do it right here and now. Let's have our duel at the entrance of Bergen Trail. I'll test your skills properly, to make sure you don't use any more dishonest methods. Are you serious? Do you accept, blue-haired Spheromancer? Leo. Good, I'll be waiting for you. He's a slightly insufferable character. And off he goes again. Are you sure it's okay to accept his challenge just like that? Ikora, it's your choice. Then let's make sure you're well prepared. I want to kick that guy's derriere. Come on, let's train. Yeah, you don't heal in combat, which is... So basically, the name of the game is how much can you get done in your limited health pool for combat. Because you get some much nicer stuff at higher combat ranks. And you can kind of see the little progress bars draining faster than I can get to more enemies. Because you can also, like, knock stuff into water and whatnot sometimes. Yeah, your costume sucks and you're definitely evil. This game does a pretty good job with not having it be that obvious. Okay, because, yeah. Looks like we killed 10 hedgehogs. Okay, we did not end the combat encounter. I'm fighting too many of these things at once, though. Because, yeah, your combat starts at rank D when you enter combat for the first time, and it goes all the way up to, I want to say, rank S, so DCBAS. Each one of which gives you more and better drops, basically, is how that system works. I'll be back. Oh no, are we dying? We are absolutely not surviving this combat encounter. Okay, I'm gonna exit the screen. It is very, very cheap if you die. Pardon, that was just too much for me to handle. Yeah, we actually triggered a couple more of them than I expected to, right there. Yeah, this game does a pretty good job of piecing, of like having a fairly cohesive world with lots of just random stuff hidden around. Sandwiches! Wow, Miss Seeker, you really did it. Here's your rewards for it. I don't care so much about the XP, the experience is going to be very helpful. The items are useful. Also, leveling up's always helpful. Okay. Hello, Miss Seeker, ready for another quest? I have even more equipment as a reward. Hit plants. Collect some items. Cool. And we get some very useful upgrades out of that also. Happy collecting. Remember that different plants yield different items. Yeah. It is very useful. Because I got, I think, one rookie blade, if I'm not mistaken, and then a better pair of boots. Equipment upgrades are quite useful for quickly powering up. I don't remember where like 90% of the stuff is in the game, because you can... I think it's generally fairly difficult to get an S rank in Autumn's Rise area where we are right now. I think this area is a fairly difficult area to actually get all the way up to the S rank. You ever wonder what kind of music those things are listening to? Not particularly. Yeah, there's just lots of little groupings of enemies that get stuck kind of all over the map. Yeah, getting to at least a slightly higher combat rank than rank D is useful, because that affects almost every drop rate of the game. Like, there's very little actual, like, difficult grinding or farming for anything throughout the game, so long as you actually take advantage of the combat rank system to try to make things a little bit easier. We are attacking a cow. Oh, come on. These things just take a while to defeat right away, right at the start. Because they just have a lot of health, and you can't really deal damage to them from the front. So you've kind of got to, like, kite around them. Rank B. Yeah, the higher your rank gets, the better off you are in combat. Just due to the better drop rates. Oh, come on. And, like, basically, if you enter combat, you're trying to bounce between combat encounters as fast as you reasonably can. Pesky things. They were cute at first. Now they're annoying. This one might be a bit too much for me in the combat encounter. Especially with the rather limited pool of stuff we have available for to us. We've hit rank A, though. Come on. Come on. Yeah, it's really fun when you do successfully get your combat rank up to rank S. But it takes quite a bit to get your combat rank all the way up to rank S. And it's very, very easy to just lose all of it. Come on. I did not mean to fight those hedgehogs yet. Yeah, each enemy you kill, the rank bar you can kind of probably see in the top right corner a little bit. And you can see it, like, slowly filling up as I'm defeating all these hedgehogs. Oh, we lost Emily there. There's not... The AI's a little bit questionable sometimes. Yeah, I don't think I'm making it to S rank. Yeah, the combat system is not super complicated in the game, but it does require you to at least try to be a little careful. Ah, shoot. Yeah, it's pretty easy to, like, the punishment for failing in combat is very minimal. So it really doesn't hurt to, try to keep your combat streak going as long as you can. Yeah, you get a lot of just stuff. And if you really want to keep your combat streak going, you can use healing items as you go. Yeah, rank C is really easy to get to. Ah, shoot. I don't think I'm keeping this combat streak going. Yep, I did not hit it in time. I didn't hit that cow enemy in quite in time. Which, isn't a huge issue, at least. Come on. Yeah, trying to just level up a little bit, complete some random quests. Because I don't think it's a good idea to probably go to the next section of the game until you're at around level 10 to 15 usually. Is I think what I'd put it at. I do want to get that item. You can controllably exit combat if you want to, and if you're like trying to go for an item of some sort. But yeah, collecting random stuff is useful. 'Cause yeah, the more stuff you collect, this game is very good at being a giant collectathon of a game sometimes. With just lots of stuff around. Lots of stuff you could work with. Okay, come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah, the game is... Yeah, crosscode is pretty well put together usually. I did not mean to exit combat there. I meant to open my quick menu map. Okay, there is the exit to the south from this room. Come on, hedgehogs. That dude had a quest, though. Yeah, this guy had a quest. Come on. Oh, why, hello, Seeker. Hi. How very fortunate. I just finished my preparations. And even found the exact kind of Seeker I was looking for. Good Seeker. I'm in desperate need of help. Hmm? Yes. Wait, you're still here? Mm-hmm. That is most unexpected, I must say. People often rather choose to ignore me. I don't suppose you would like to help me? I'll help out. Really? Splendid. Okay, let me introduce myself first. I'm Henry the researcher. He's more of a very shy guy. I study this fine moon's flora and fauna. What is your name? Leah. A fine name. A fine name indeed. I will remember it. You see, I want to gather some data for Autumn's Rise, but it seems that I alone can't gather everything I want. The track of the ancients only allows seekers to find certain things. I could compile the list of things I need. Henry's a funny little character here. But first, I need some items and information on the local wildlife. Additionally, I need a list of all the landmarks in this area. Finally, I need you to retrieve a probe I installed further ahead. I would be honored if you would help me gather all the intel. Yeah, collect a bunch of stuff, get some stuff out of it. Yeah. Please find out what you can and return to me. Thank you so much for your help. And in case you're wondering what the probe looks like, it looks the same as the ones next to me. Henry is a fun little character there. How do I get south out of this room? I think I need to wind up on this ledge, which means I need to platform from over here. Yeah, there's a lot of like little mini... This game has a lot of mini little puzzles, I suppose you could call them, hidden throughout the game's environment. Such as actually finding these things. Such as like finding the pathways between or to certain stuff. Something tells me I'm not fast enough, gonna be fast enough to keep my streak down here. Oh, maybe I am. I am. Cause yeah, it can be a little bit challenging to keep your streak going sometimes. Those are very easy to actually die to a bunch of hedgehogs. Okay, pick up some random gold beetles. Come on, give me something I can fight. Yeah, it is a pretty good combat system. Yeah, there's also just so many things just hidden around the game world. Like the game's world. Oh, that's a red hedgehog. Uh-oh. The red ones are stronger than the brown ones. Yeah, the red hedgehog is stronger than the brown hedgehog. Because the red ones also have a couple of new attacks, I'm pretty sure. Okay. We are much lower on health than I would like. For being in the middle of a bunch of hedgehogs. Ah, shoot. Yeah, like I said, the combat in this game is very forgiving of making little mistakes. Of making mistakes and actually running out of health. Which is nice, because it's all pretty low consequence. Which encourages you to actually try to keep your combat streak going. Oh, I took a bunch of damage there. And or I didn't heal my damage first. There are a lot of hedgehogs down here. Oh gosh. Yeah, there are a lot of hedgehogs right here. Come on. Come on, hedgehogs. Oh gosh, we accidentally angered a lot of them. Oh gosh. Come on, come on. There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of them on the screen here. And they deal a decent amount of damage. I tried to do a thing that doesn't exist. We'll eat a sandwich. There is a cooldown on healing items. So you can't just you can't just spam healing items generally. Because after I ate that, you might have noticed under my health bar a little countdown timer. Which is why there's an encouragement to collect collect and gather higher tier healing items throughout the game. Because there are some very good healing items in the hidden around the game. Yeah, just gotta not accidentally let ourselves get hit by the hedgehogs here. Okay, come on. Come on. Come on, hedgehog. Yeah, there's just a lot of them right here. Which is a little bit tricky to deal with this many of them. But also, that's kind of what this game is about, or that's kind of one of the big things of this game is just getting used to keeping a combat streak going. Because they are very, very useful to get going. Though it also is helpful if you don't take a bunch of damage. We are going to level up when combat ends. Because you can see my XP bar up there flashing. Which means that it's going to be level up time. Once we finish combat. Come on. We need to not die, though. Because, yeah, dying, I'm pretty sure, does lose you your, combat there. Okay. And then we can upgrade our circuit a bit. Because there are some very useful, skills in the skill tree. Yeah, so some of the skills in the game's skill tree are exceptionally useful to unlock. Starting off with unlocking at least a minimum of one skill from each combat category. which requires you to get to, I think, level 9? That is a lot of hedgehogs. That is a very large number of hedgehogs right here. Holy cow. Yeah, the game goes from 0 to a lot very quickly sometimes. Because we have a... Where are you? Are you not here yet? I don't think he's here yet. Because there's a lot of just stuff hidden around the game. And sometimes, yeah, suspiciously open room is suspiciously open and empty. If you didn't notice. Yeah, the suspiciously empty and open room is suspiciously empty and open down there. Come on. Get us yet. Yeah, we don't have quite the level to deal with the hedgehog room. Okay, there's an item there. You can see me kind of tracing out a long path. That is a really long ways over. Yeah, it's coming. You have to go up from down here. Requires you to follow this path from here. This item better be worth it. Yeah, there's definitely... Not every item is easy to get to. This game does hide stuff fairly well sometimes. Ah, shoot. Because, yeah, there's occasionally stuff that's, like, very well tucked away in, like, various corners of the game. I'm not going to make it to the next combat encounter, so I might as well heal up. Yeah, we have some free tofu crackers. And also just a bunch of random items. Yeah, collecting just the plants is useful. It's better to do it at a higher combat rank, though. Yeah, it is generally better to do the plant collecting at higher combat ranks as well, because every drop chance in the game is impacted by your combat rank. For better or worse. Usually better. Because it forces you to actually combine all the game's mechanics together. Come on. Really? Really, hedgehog? This person's just standing here. Looking at us. I hit the tree and fell down. Yeah, I hit the tree and fell down by accident. Which means we have to go all the way around again. All the way around again. And don't actually fall off the platforming challenge when you're halfway through it. It doesn't work very well when you do that. Was there more over here? Okay, yeah, this was an easier pathway to get up to the top. There we go. Ooh, 4 metal needles is actually a pretty good thing there. Come on. Yeah, there's just so many little bits of combat. Okay, that is going to end poorly. That was... I did not mean to hit some of those other hedgehogs. I did not mean to hit some of these other hedgehogs down here. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. There's a lot of them. Ah, shoot. Accidentally angered the hedgehogs, and they, kind of just obliterate you sometimes. Okay, it looks like I could go up and then up. Actually, I don't think I can go up and up. I think that'll be blocked. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can't actually go any further up past this room, because, yeah, there's... What a nice regular laser bridge. Yeah, there's a little bit of a barrier right there, which blocks our way for now. Possibly not forever. Okay, item is on... Where? Not really going to be accessible from over here, because that's a higher level. Actually, that might be the way it wants me to do it. Is get onto this higher level from here. Yeah, some of the environmental puzzles to get random items that are hiding around the map actually do take a second to track down what solution they're actually intending, because things get a little bit hard to track sometimes. Ooh, 5 high sandwiches. That's actually really good. Those will restore a quarter of my health each time. Yeah, high sandwiches are worth a quarter of your health. How's my quests doing? Still need more Twilight Dew. Still need to take out a couple of Mad Bovines. Need to find... I think the main one I'd be working on right now is probably the Autumn's Rays Trailblazing. So we could go talk to the guy at the entrance to get more items. Never say no to free items. Because free items count as upgrades. Yeah, items count as upgrades in this game. And are significantly more effective than the tiny little percentages of a stat improvement you get. I did not mean to enter Rookie Harbor, but oh well. As you level up. Wow, Miss Seeker, you really did it. Here's your rewards for it. Yeah, that's a couple of useful stuff. That was a better hat, and a better belt. Because, like, it does help. It does help to increase your stats a little bit. Yeah, we need to generally angle over this way, I think. Generally have to angle over towards the left, I'd want to say. Yes, I have played this game before. No, I do not remember where 95% of the stuff in the game is. But, so we're still good. So we still, you guys still are gonna get to watch me be, rather lost as we go through this. Haha. Come on, hedgehogs. But most of the knowing, having played the game before, just means I'm at least vaguely familiar with this game's combat. And generally what you should be trying to do. Come on, hit the, gopher thing. There we go. Oh gosh, I took a lot more damage than I would have liked right there. Yeah, I think you only get the Twilight Dew at higher yeah, you only get Twilight Dew, I think, at combat level C and higher. Which is a little bit tricky. Because, yeah, the combat being tied into... or stuff being tied this far into the combat system for everything from collecting and whatnot is a very cool, general feature, but it's a little bit hard to deal with sometimes. Yeah, I want to get the other Twilight Dew for the quest. I think that's another Twilight Dew. Because Twilight Dew are a bronze tier item if you see them. And it basically goes white, bronze. Sorry, it goes white. I'm gonna die. I did not die. Yeah, items kind of go white, bronze, silver, gold, as far as quality is concerned. More laser bridges. We love the laser bridges. Oh, I needed 5 more. I still need 1 more gold beetle and 1 more twilight dew. And I need to take out another mad bovine. So yeah, that quest is going to be a fairly useful one to work on completing. Just because I happen to remember that it gives fairly decent stuff, actually. Ooh, seasoned apples. I like seasoned apples. But yeah, stuff that's borderline impossible to get to drop at low combat ranks even from plants, becomes very easy to get to drop at high combat ranks from the same plants. Come on, hedgehogs. Okay, there we go, rank C. So you do have to, like, at least pay a little bit of attention to when stuff, like, when you can actually get stuff to draw. Okay, Twilight Dew. I don't remember where gold beetles come from. Yeah, I don't remember how to get gold beetles. Yeah, we did unlock another little obelisk teleport area. Old path down, Bergen Trail kind of up left. Yeah, we need to take out another one of the cows. Though this cow might not be the easiest one to take out because it was surrounded by other things that are now in combat also. Because the way that enemy aggro works is if you attack, some enemies are aggro by default, and then if you attack non-aggro enemies while in the vicinity of other enemies, or if you attack any enemy in the vicinity of other enemies, they'll get pulled into the aggro as well and start attacking you. And the more enemies you have to think about and deal with, the trickier things get. Because there's sometimes a lot of enemies that can show up. And another cow gone. I like the cows in our neighborhood. These buffaloes are rough in comparison, but still, feeling sort of bad about them. The cows are attacking us. Technically, it's in self-defense, but details. We did not lose our combat rank there. We almost lost our combat rank right there. Due to the, needing to go to a screen transition. Is there another hedgehog somewhere over here that I can get to easily? Not really. And not really another hedgehog I can get to easily. Haha. Collect the data on the requested animals. Indeed we did. We still need another gold beetle, though, for one of the other parts of the quest. I think I've gotten most of my gold beetles from items, like the item boxes that are hidden around the map. Seems to be where we've gotten most of our stuff from, or most of our gold beetles from at this point. Come on, take out all the enemies. And take out every enemy in the game. If they exist, no they don't. Ah, yeah, that's... I want to pick up that item box. I don't... The correct way is to go from the other side. I don't know if I have enough... I don't think I have enough of it. I think that gap might be a little bit too large. Because sometimes you can kind of dash cancel off stuff. Okay, or we just get a random gold beetle. From I don't know what. That's not very common, I'm pretty sure. Autumn leaves, veggie wrap. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that random gold beetles are not a particularly common common drop from the environment in this area. Okay. Got some hedgehogs up here as well. There's just a lot of stuff. Oh gosh. We're still kind of just generally looking for the other missing landmarks. Landmarks and his little probe thing. I'm gonna just end the combat sequence there so I can check the map. Looks like we probably want to go left, up left, and then left. There's just a lot of little how to navigate that you gotta figure out. Come on, enemy. There we go. Yeah, the combat system in this game is quite well put together, honestly. we do have the slight technical difficulties with the start of the stream today, though. With but it does seem like my model is still somewhat vanishing. Because, like, I keep blinking in and out of existence, I think. Oh, I can't go up out of that path, can I? No, I need to go over here, not up here. It is helpful that this game is played on keyboard and is easier to, in my opinion, play on keyboard and mouse. Because then you have the fun time of being able to actually point at stuff. And actually being able to point at where I'm planning to go is probably pretty helpful, honestly speaking. Oh gosh. There'd better be something good on the other side of this gap. There we go. There's 2 hedgehogs. I said there better be something good over here. So I suppose we technically... we could have gone up that way also. Okay, come on. Cause yeah, finding various like secret pathways and just exploring around the environment does generally come in helpful. I did see that treasure chest up there, or that treasure box with the bronze key up there. We don't have the bronze key yet, though. That is quite a bit later in the game that we'd actually get the bronze key for that. Okay, I'm gonna take the level up. Mostly because of the fact that the number of times I have attempted to trigger this skill when it's not available is quite a few. I hope we don't get lost around here. Ah, over there. Nice little sign. Need to head northwest to reach Bergen Trail. Let's hope it's not too far. I will have to log out sooner or later, you see? Oh, don't worry. I'll stay until you beat up Mr. Grasshead. Please don't hurry too much because of me. We have to make sure you're well trained, no? Indeed we do. Alright then. C'est parti. That is right. We have been playing for a long while now, Leah. Huh? Anyway, I suppose there is still time for you to face that duel. Come on, Leah. That's not my goal right now. Or that's not my primary goal right now. Yeah, because yeah, you can see the levels of the enemies. The red ones are higher level than the not red ones. And that makes it a little bit difficult to do the combat. Okay, I see an item up there. I can get onto this platform, I can make that jump, so I need to come from here around like that. That is called how to not do a jump. Yeah, this game has a lot of like little mini environmental puzzles. And a lot of less mini puzzles as well. There's actually a fairly decent puzzle element to Crosscode. Because there's both like movement type puzzles, combat type puzzles. That is a level 12. And then the actual puzzles. And some execution type puzzles. Okay, it's off that platform. Okay, there we go. Old Observatory. I don't think I can do anything with that yet. Because I don't remember what these mean. I don't remember what those mean to get in. To observe those who seek all elements is our duty. If you dare to seek our wisdom, then only what is broken can open this door. Yeah, I think we need to collect 5 items in order to get into there. Code Night. There are many strange places in this world. Huh? That is certainly a character, apparently. I don't remember I don't think I've ever met that particular character. Okay. Ooh, Dungeon Heart. We got it. That's a gold level item. Yeah, the Dungeon Heart's a gold tier item. I really like the gold tier items. Hi. Hey. Nice here, isn't it? I've gotten way past Autumn's Rise already, but it's still my favorite area. So I come back here to relax when I'm getting frustrated with the game. Luckily, this game does a pretty good job of keeping things from getting frustrating. Okay, where else do we need to go? That's the old observatory. Because I'm still working my way through this set of quests. So I need the probe and I need the last landmark. I think those are both up towards Bergen Trail. Which was... Oh, there's an exit to the top here? Oh, that is the exit to towards Bergen Trail. Yeah, we're definitely a lower level than we probably should be at this point. Yeah, just keep knocking it into the water so it takes water damage. Granted, we also take water damage, so... Oh gosh. Because this guy's quite powerful. Yeah, this cow is a little bit strong. Come on. We're getting there though. Because we should probably try to get to at least level 10 or so before the combat section. I should not jump into the water that I just said deals damage to me. Yeah, these cows are quite dangerous. Because they have a lot of health for us to deal with right now. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna just end the combat there. Yeah, we do need to get some levels, and doing some of the quests will help with that. But you also want to not completely ignore combat as you're going through the game. So the game does assume you're going to be doing the combat and engaging in the game's combat system as you're going. Oh, come on. Bad headshot. Bad headshots. No. No. Do not knock me into the water. Not knocking me into the water is not a friendly hedgehog thing to do. Granted, the hedgehogs are also not exactly friendly. Come on. Come on. Take out the hedgehogs one at a time. So yeah, having at least a slight mix of different things does come in helpful. Ooh, puzzle. Something tells me I cannot solve that puzzle yet. Okay, we need to come in from here, which is up here, which I think is on the screen up here. I'm kind of tracing this path. I think this is probably the path for that item. Is to come up here from... Holy cow. That is quite a ways. Yeah, that is quite the journey to get there. Come on, hedgehog. It does help to have Emily just take out the enemies. Yeah, there was an item box down here. There we go. There we go. Ooh, Azure Dragonfly. That's a fairly rare item, I'm pretty sure, based off of the color marking there. Hey, you. Hi. I'm one of the testers for this game. Devs asked me to test an almost finished new quest type, parkour. Kinda tired, and you just came along, so want to try it out? Nice. Good to see some enthusiasm. Alright, get this. You will start right next to me. When you touch this checkpoint, another will pop up. Your goal is to walk through every marker until you hit the last one. And the last one is over there. It will only appear after you hit the last normal marker. Yeah, I know, but it's more fun that way, right? Well, at least if you like running. Also, if you leave the map, all your progress is lost. Another bummer, I know. Anyway. Ready to try? That's a pretty good amount. Like, that's a pretty good output. What's the best way to get over there? Cause yeah, that is a very good where is the next one? Over here? Over here? I've never seen this little side quest before. Yeah. Halfway through, he'll go to the end and wait for me. Oh gosh, where did it put it? It's a little bit hard to tell where these are spawning sometimes. Oh, we should probably pick up the data probe while we're up here. Because that's one of the things we needed. Was the data probe. Hey, Potatoes, welcome to the stream. You did it! Great job! There was no problems, right? No sudden shocks or anything? Great, great. Thanks a lot. Take this for your efforts. I hope we can meet again. So you can't help me again, you know? I like how you didn't mention the fact that you could get randomly shocked if something went wrong. That seems to be some critical need-to-know information that was left out there. You know, slightly important information. The problem is that so many of the enemies in this area take so long to fight. Because of our, like, weird leveling difference right now. Come on. The fact that Windows is popping up Windows Update notifications in the middle of the game is... like, in the middle of where the game's clicking is a little bit annoying. Okay, so item there. Probably along this path. Which comes from up here. Comes from there. That is... Which I think comes from down here, over here. Down here, maybe? Is there a way for me to get onto this platform? Ooh, I might not be able to get that one very easily right now. At least from this angle. Because I want to collect the item boxes. But so many of these item boxes are in, like, actually somewhat tricky to get to areas. Because I don't think that the game's gonna necessarily let me make that jump. At least normally. I'm pretty sure that is not the intended solution. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that dash canceling to get onto the ledge was not the intended solution for that section right there. But if it works, it works. Yeah, if it works, it works. Huh. This is an interesting little puzzle right here. There we go. Yeah, so that puzzle took a couple tries. Yeah, there's some pseudo speedrun tech in this game, where if you, which is kind of what I used to get up there, where you can kind of cancel your jump mid-air, in a way. By jumping, shielding, and then dashing. But it's actually kind of tricky to get the timing. And I'm not sure I can even make it across this gap with that. I want to get that treasure box. But it's kind of on an isolated little island down there. Yeah, this treasure box is kind of just on a little island by itself. Which is hard to get to. There we go. Yeah, I'm suspecting that they probably were not intending for you to dash cancel all that, but if it works, and devs know about that being a thing that exists. So I don't feel bad about dash canceling that puzzle. Oh, and then there's also the treasure over there that I wanted to try to get. I think that's the one that we were trying to get initially. I think we were trying to wander around and get this one initially, because it was up here, over here. Bounce along those platforms. And I can get around there. So if I can get up here... Yeah, if I can get up there again. Yeah, because the timing on a dash cancel is not something I'm great at. To get up into these little places. Okay. Okay, we got up here, though. Ooh, sweet lemon juice. I'm not sure that's actually useful for anything. Yeah, I'm not entirely 100% sure that's useful for stuff. But, oh well. Autumn-Dry's landmarks. We found all the Autumn-Dry's landmarks for Henry. Ooh, random quest. Hey, pleased to meet you, girl. Hi. Are y'all interested in plants too? They got some mighty strange doohickeys inside, don't you think? Indeed they do. Indeed they do. Well, tell out tulips. I've been taking a notion to finding and analyzing as many as I can. But that's turned out to be a lot harder than I expected. Getting at what's inside seems to be only doable by seekers. I can only collect what they bring to me. Might y'all be interested in giving me a hand? Hitting plants. I like how it's literally just hit plants. Much obliged, girl. That there's mighty kind of y'all. First, let me give y'all this here. Disc of floor. This handy little gizmo will keep track, or this handy little gizmo will help y'all keep track of your progress. Just keep hitting them plants and analyze them by getting them doohickeys. Y'all can check your progress in the menu too. I took the liberty of adding my finds for the alpha ball plant. Just keep hitting them plants for me, alright? Alright, I'll be off exploring for more of them plants. Might even meet you again along the way. Once y'all are finished, come find me in Mukio Harbor Alley headquarters. That is so difficult to read sometimes. Yeah, so some of that stuff is a little bit difficult to read. Okay, we need to return to our friend Henry, who was not here. He was in this area. Because yeah, the game does luckily have fast travel. Yeah, the game does luckily have some pretty good fast travel systems in place. There we go. Does come in quite helpful. Okay. Where is he? There he is. Well, welcome back, Leah. Were you able to find all of the data I requested? Indeed we were. Marvelous. I don't know what to say. With this, I might be able to piece together how they made this area. The ancients, I mean. Here, take this. I'm looking forward to working with you again. If you want, that is. That is a pretty good pile of stuff. Like, I'm not upset with that grouping of items. Or that grouping of loot from defeating them. Circuits, records. I don't care about the encyclopedia. Circuits. Yeah, we need one more level to get a base tier in all of them. Those are also useful, though. But these are kind of expensive. Those are kind of expensive upgrades. Not gonna lie. World map, Rookie Harbor. The game, if you didn't notice, the game does tell you how much stuff you're missing in each area, which does come in quite helpful. I'm gonna take a look at if I can't possibly. I don't have junk metal. Okay, I can get a decent amount of junk metal. Now, I can get some junk metal there. We need a spice set. We will need some fruit sets for one of the quests. But yeah, these are both fairly good upgrades. I'm debating if I want the shooter or the brawler more. Probably the shooter more. Yeah, I think I want the shooter upgrade more. Then, yeah, getting some upgraded armor is gonna be real helpful. Oh, I can get. I'm gonna run out of money. Actually, maybe 1 and 1. Equipment. I still have just the basic one. I want a civilian trigger and a mugger's blade. That should be... And then we get unlocked an assault vest there. Because that's a decent... That's like not a bad combo. Ooh, what do you have? Hello there, young lady. Can I interest you in some cool and delicious ice cream? Well, unfortunately, we are out of stock right now. Then why don't you offer it? If you bring me some fresh ice from Bergen Trail, I could quickly produce new ice cream. So could you bring me some Bergen ice? About 5 should suffice. Sure. Great, you can find Bergen ice in the snowy parts of Bergen Trail. Just continue to the west until you reach the mountain area. Did they just ask me to fetch ice from a distant mountain? I think they did. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what they just did. Hello, how can I help you? That's not useful. Hey man, what'd you like? They sell literally the same stuff. Consumables, armor equipment. That's not worth very much. But we also don't really need most of this stuff anymore. And might as well sell the stuff we don't need anymore? Oh, that's really pricey. These things... Yeah, these are some very good items, is the thing. Yeah, getting some item upgrades is always a good idea. Just like anything based off of an RPG, getting item upgrades will help significantly. My hat and boots are the lowest level things I have still. Do I have enough for another veggie set? I do have enough for another veggie set. Because this is a pretty good, that's a pretty good one. Yeah, just working on upgrading my stats a bit is gonna come in very, very useful. Yeah, I don't have enough money at this point to finish upgrading stuff. Particularly the boots. I probably want the rusty anchor boots. That just takes 1,500 credits. Or 1,700 credits. I need 1,500 more. Were there any good quests we could go do? That's a little bit of credits. That one's annoying to do. Yeah, that's just a little bit frustrating. We're working on just upgrading our items, White Soul. I need more money. I need more money to finish upgrading my items to a more decent level. Because I guess I could just sell a... Oh, wait. Let me make sure I don't sell the stuff that I actually care about. Because I want to upgrade my boots. And I want to upgrade my boots up here. Which I need... Okay, I do need 4 season apples, 2 metal needles, 2 junk metal. Yeah, I need to not accidentally sell that stuff. Because they're not the most difficult thing in the world to go get more of, but... Sell. Trade. I'm gonna sell, like, 15-ish of the season apples. Sure. That's 16. Sell the autumn leaves. Do not sell the junk metal. I'm gonna sell the spice set. I'm gonna sell the bear cicadas. I'm gonna sell the Twilight Dew. Actually, I'm gonna keep the raw... I'll sell the raw meat. I'll sell the bovine skin. Also, I need to get this up to, like... I need to have a total of, like, 17... a little bit over 1,700. I'm gonna sell 4 metal needles. And half the headphone scraps there. And the azure butterfly. Actually, I'll sell all 3 of those. Hopefully I didn't sell the stuff I actually care about by accident, by clicking through there. Because yeah, upgrading your items is, as Lucas said earlier, the in-game Lucas, definitely worth it. Because that is quite a bit better on the stats there than we had before. Those stats are quite a bit better than what we were previously working with. Okay, let me sell all the stuff that I don't actually care about. Yeah, because I don't need any of that stuff anymore. We have our upgrades that we just traded that we just did a bunch of trading to get. World map 2 here. And we probably have... We're probably slightly better equipped to fight these guys now. Like, you can see how much faster we're now dealing damage. Like, that is a little bit of a ridiculous upgrade. Yeah, that is a pretty ridiculous upgrade there. All things considered. And then we don't have to upgrade Emily. Emily kind of mirrors our stats to a decent degree. Oh gosh, it is really nice to not have these things just instantly melt me now. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Doesn't mean we're not still getting melted by them. Yeah, easier does not mean easy. Yeah, easier does definitely not mean easy in this game. Because we're about to die to the cow. Yeah, the cows have a lot of health. And we have not a lot of health. We have 5 health right now. I'm gonna let my health regen there for a second. What are you doing up here? Victorious. I see you managed to collect the chest over there. Nice work. At least you're not one of those players who keep blindly jumping into the water. You're trying to make that impossible jump. I've been at this spot a lot, and trust me, I've seen things. See, the thing is, we did it by making this quote-unquote impossible jump. Because it's not actually an impossible jump. It's just a slightly weird jump to make. Yeah, that jump is entirely possible. Which I'm pretty sure is not the intended solution, but if the devs didn't want me to use dash canceling, they would have patched dash canceling sometime in the last, like, 5 years. Since, actually, I think it's been more than 5 years since dash canceling was discovered. I'd prefer not having stuff plus a cow in the combat area. Because just the cow already is enough to have to deal with in the combat area. Okay, there we go. Because, yeah, we're making progress here. Really? Come on. I just attacked the tree and not the hedgehog. Okay, level up to level... What is that, level 9? Level 9. Which has the distinct advantage of level 9 means I now have all the combat arts at least at tier 1 for all the combat art types, which that comes in very helpful. Okay, I might possibly be able to pull off S rank at this point in the game for a combat sequence. But yeah, I may be able to pull off an S rank combat chain for the first time. Because the real challenge with getting an S rank combat chain is that you have to fight a lot of stuff in a row in order for it to actually register you all the way up to S rank. And we're very good at taking damage. Come on, where did it go? Come on, take out the gopher. Okay, we're at B rank. Yeah, yep, we're on a roll. Try to not take a bunch of damage to stuff. Because we need to chain the combat together pretty well. Without too many major slip-ups. This is a fairly large empty area, though. Which does not help with the combat chaining, to have a large empty area. Come on. The gophers are a little bit frustrating to deal with sometimes. Okay, we're at A rank. Yeah, making it to S rank is always fun. Please give me something else I can fight. Okay. Let them stay alive for a second. Please have more combat. Okay. So yeah, we have to kind of traverse through the world quite a bit in order to get enough combat encounters for the highest combat ranks. There we go. There's so many fun little effects that happen when you get to S rank. Because you don't get that without, like, intentionally trying. Yeah, you don't get S rank even for a second without trying somewhat pull that off. There we go. It's just fun to hang out at S rank for combat. Yeah, you can get quite a lot of good items that you don't really need. There's not really much that you need to be at S rank to get throughout, like, the entire game. But it's just a fun effect. Are there more enemies up here? There is another enemy up here. Yeah, S rank is also the max. I remember when it didn't used to have any special effects tied to it. And it was very sad. Because it is, like, fairly tricky to actually get S rank. Even if you, like, go back to an area that's, like, you're way over leveled for. Yeah. Yeah, do this mess with you. Wait, yes. Oh gosh, we're gonna lose our S rank here in a little bit just because of the tiny little ticks of damage we've been slowly building up. Yeah, you do get a lot of the more rare drops very easily by being at S rank. Okay, make sure the cow is angry. Yeah, this is a good way to farm some high-level drops fairly quickly. Is by just maxing out your rank. Oh shoot, we're at 35 health. Come on, gopher thing. I think our chain's about done. I'm trying to keep the chain going though, as long as I can. But it is entirely non-trivial to keep a chain going for this long. Yeah, we're still at S rank. Yeah, we still have S rank. But like barely. And I'm pretty sure I take like one hit from literally anything at this point, I die. But we are getting we're getting a lot of the slightly more difficult to obtain items. Would you be the type to run marathons in your spare time? Just wondering. Yeah, that's a fair thing to wonder after that chain. So yeah, we got. If I go look at our tradables inventory, we picked up a decent amount of the more rare items there. We picked up a decent amount of the rare stuff, which is definitely the advantage to having a higher combat rank. Is that this game, that Crosscode decided that it doesn't want to have rare items. It doesn't want to be a super grindy game a lot of the time. So instead of making items rare, it makes them rare only at lower combat ranks. Because the higher your combat rank, you could get a lot of rare stuff very easily. Okay. Okay. Nope, nope, nope. Do not end the combat rank yet. And you'll notice that a lot of enemies in this game are spaced out kind of intentionally to let you do the combat chaining between encounters. Because, yeah, it is... This is kind of how they want you to play the game when you're in the overworld, is to focus on the combat chain. Like, focus on building up your combat rank as you go. Okay, come on, fight everything. Is it just, like, stuck there? It got, like, stuck there. Yeah, there's just a lot of just creatures around. Okay, that is rank A again. Yeah, okay, come on. Stop just popping up. Okay, there we go. Yeah, don't waste the fact that I'm gonna get another S rank combat section here. Which one of these is it gonna be? We're close. There we go. Yeah, kind of the way that a lot of the areas in this game work are: goal 1, level up your combat level to be high enough. Yeah, get your combat level high enough that you can start building up or level up enough that you can build up your combat chain in the area, and then do exactly that. Build up your combat chain a couple times for levels and items and literally everything else the game has. Really? Okay, that should be an easy one to deal a bunch of damage to. Because, yeah, it's so much fun to just tear through the enemies in this game. Because, yeah, we're about at the entrance to Bergen Trail is why I'm doing some level farming. Because if you remember that, Mr. Grasshead was waiting, said he was going to wait for us there. Can I make it to the next enemy over before I lose my S rank? No. Almost. I was almost able to make it over to these enemies with my S rank intact. Come on, attack everything. Yeah, these things are not very high level. These are only level 6. Which is honestly pretty reasonable of a level. Yeah, we're still on a roll. I like how you get like the little encouraging bits of text that show up occasionally. It is quite nice. Yeah, Ball of Fist. You are on the different floor entirely. Yeah, these ones are a little bit higher level at least. Yeah, like level 9 or so. They're not showing as red compared to our level anymore. We definitely were having some enemies that showed as just red relative to our level. Because there's kind of 3 colors for the level number on that view that I was in. You have stuff that's at the red level number that is significantly stronger than you. You have stuff that's green, which is stuff that's significantly weaker than you, and then you have white, which is approximately at your power level, at the same level as you. Yeah, the cows just take a while to kill. They have a lot of health. Yeah, the cow enemies just have a pretty absurd amount of health, all things considered. Come on. There we go. Yeah, we're just trying to collect some random items still. Because every random item you collect in this game is still useful in some way, shape, or form, be it as basically bonus money. Ah, shoot. Right, the red ones shoot fireballs. We don't have very good fire resist. Yeah, we don't have very good fire resist going on here. Come on. Yeah, you also build up your little skill points to do the special attacks as you go. Is it just gonna hide back there? Come on. It really is just gonna get stuck in the trees back there, isn't it? Come on. Come on, cow. There we go. The cows do count for a lot of combat rank, though. Ah, that was not a great amount of damage to take right there. Yeah, these enemies do still deal a decent chunk of damage. I'm gonna eat a sandwich there. Just because it helps to eat the food in this game to heal when you're having a chance to. I'm gonna eat another sandwich. We can get sandwiches very, very easily, at least. But I'm trying to collect the stuff to finish some of those quests we have that are basically just collectathon quests. And even if most of the ingredients are stuff from the plants, your combat rank influences what the plants drop. Which is hilarious sometimes. That the plants somehow know how well you're doing in combat. To know what sorts of things to give you. The plants are smart. Yeah, got make sure you thin out the enemies as you go. And then don't forget to take out the plants, given that's our entire purpose right now, is to try to collect some of the various rarer drops from stuff. Oh gosh, we are not doing so well on the health pool there. Yeah, the game doesn't let you just spam healing. So you'll notice that every time I eat food, the game kind of is like, okay, now you have to wait for a couple of seconds before you eat the next bit of food. Come on, cow. We're at a decent combat rank for collecting items. Generally, if you're trying to collect specific items, I'd want my combat rank to be at least B, if not A. Just because it helps a lot to have. Oh gosh. I did not successfully eat a sandwich there. Because thank you, combat. Okay. Yeah, this section's a little bit difficult to get a high combat rank over here. Okay, come on. Beat up the cow. Gotta make sure to remember to beat up the cows. Come on, come on. Gopher. There we go. How about some live and let something? Because we are at a... Yeah, we just hit S-rank combat again, which is very useful for farming anything, because almost every rare item has very good drop rates at this point. Okay, it's gonna attack Emily. Yeah, we could get some very good drop rates from enemies with a S, and plants with an S rank. Okay, there should still be some stuff up here. Come on. Yeah, there's a lot of good plants up here for farming plant drops. Yeah, we're getting a lot of the, okay, we're probably about to end our combat streak. But we got some very good, stuff out of our combat streak there. And we leveled up. Awesome. Awesome, that's always helpful. Yeah, getting all the, like, just little things comes in. It adds up in this game. We already have the raw meat. 2 fruit, 2 veggie, 1 spice. 2 fruit. Okay, we're not quite able to get those yet. That is honestly still pretty good progress for today's stream. I am gonna have to call today's stream there though. So yeah, that's gonna be where we call today's stream. So yeah, thanks everybody for stopping by the stream today. Hope you guys had fun. My schedule is still kind of in flux, and I'll try to let you guys know which days I can stream as far out in advance as I can. About the only thing I can promise right now. And yeah, thanks for stopping by the stream, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, all the things that the YouTube algorithm enjoys. And I hope that everybody has an absolutely wonderful rest of your day. I need to find OBS. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.